superhero landing. She's gonna do a superhero landing. Wait for it.
And maximum effort. Cue the music.
Hey everybody, the unthinkable has happened. Disney has purchased most of 20th Century Fox for $50-some-odd billion, so we have to react to this. Side note, if you didn't realize it, Disney now owns all the brands necessary to make the Patton Oswalt version of Star Wars that he did during that filibuster before Episode 7 came out. They could actually make that insane acid trip of a movie now if they wanted. They're not going to do it, but it'd be hilarious.
Commander Luke Skywalker, now a full Jedi Knight, training new Padawans, is using, ironically, his father Anakin's red lightsaber. We pan outside of the control window to a nearby asteroid where we see, and please allow me to finish this because it's going to seem like a bit of a jump, we see Thanos.
Ryan Reynolds reacted to the news by posting these photos, like Deadpool getting kicked out of Disneyland, like, Disney doesn't want Deadpool, so they're probably going to keep him off as his own separate thing. We'll talk about that in a second. He also just confirmed the title of the sequel is going to be The Second Coming, so I will do a separate Deadpool 2 video later this week. There's just so much stuff to unpack with this big crossover deal that it's going to take a couple weeks just to process it all. There's a lot of fine print and there's a lot of reasons why Hollywood people are really upset from business perspectives, so I'll try to explain what those are. But there were a lot of films that they were already planning on making, like Deadpool 3, X-Force. I'll try to explain what's going to happen with those, but if you're just finding me for the first time, be sure to subscribe to get everything. There's going to be a whole bunch of Infinity War stuff happening, but this is probably the biggest comic book movie news that we've had in the last couple of years. The only thing that could possibly top this is that they announced Avengers 5 is going to be Secret Wars, and it'll be this big combiner movie where you throw all those characters in together. So starting with the big stuff first, what's going to happen in the next year or so? The rest of the Marvel Phase 3 films and the next phase of Fox films won't change. They'll make the movies that they said that they were going to make. What they'll probably do though, like just a minor edit that they'll add to the end of Avengers 4 is just tease the idea of future X-Men, Fox, Deadpool stuff in the Marvel movies without actually worrying about jamming a bunch of characters in there. If you didn't know, Spider-Man Homecoming 2 is the first official Marvel Phase 4 film. They've only announced Spider-Man Homecoming 2 and Guardians of the Galaxy 3 during Phase 4. Everything else is a complete mystery. Those are the films that will change just a little bit because of this new deal, but that doesn't mean that they're suddenly going to start jamming all of the X-Men characters into the Marvel movies, because for the most part, Fox Studios, like the people that actually produce movies at Fox, are staying on the lot where they used to stay. So literally, they're not moving anywhere. It's not like they're going to move to the Disney lot. Think about what Disney did with the Marvel and the Pixar brands when they bought them. They became sort of their own arms of Disney, so they had a little bit of Disney branding on them, but for the most part, they make the films that they want to make. So Fox will just continue to do that. You already see the Marvel fanfare in front of all the X-Men movies. If you go back and you watch the older Fox films, they still play that Marvel logo at the beginning of all their films. That's not going to change. What they'll probably do when they're envisioning their next big X-Men movie after Dark Phoenix is they'll find a way to tie them to Marvel continuity in some small way. So like baby steps towards a crossover. And then when they build up to a big Avengers film, they'll use that as an opportunity to legit cross an X-Men character over. So what Marvel was already doing is they were introducing all these new characters like Captain Marvel. You have the Wasp character that we're going to get cycled into the Avengers because other characters are getting cycled out. The cool thing about the X-Men franchise is that they have most of the cool female characters. There are a lot of people that are asking about the Fantastic Four because they would be perfect in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So I think that eventually we will get a Marvel version of a Fantastic Four movie, or you'll see them try to use one of the Fantastic Four characters inside a Marvel movie. Part of the reason people are freaking out, though, is because of the Deadpool franchise. It's been amazing, it's hard R, and not something that Disney is known for doing. They don't make a whole lot of rated R films. There was a really weird statement that Bob Iger, who's the man in charge at Disney right now, said that they're really interested in making more Deadpool rated R films. They're like, if people really want that, we'll give that to them as long as they know what they're getting. So what they're saying is from a marketing standpoint, they make more Deadpool rated R films. They just make sure to market them so that people know that they're going to see a rated R film. Part of the funniest thing about that first Deadpool movie was listening to people with families take their little kids, then seeing the way they reacted when it started to get nuts. There are a lot of my movie critic internet friends that are very pessimistic about this deal. Like, they're not going to make more Deadpool movies. It's not going to happen. I totally think that they will. It's just that from a marketing standpoint, they'll try to present them as their own separate thing. So I don't think that you're going to see Deadpool crossing over with the Avengers anytime soon, because Avengers MCU is firmly in Disney territory from a creative perspective. So I think that they'll just try to put Deadpool off by himself. They'll still do X-Force. It's sort of the Deadpool version of an X-Men movie, like a hard R X-Men movie, and they'll just sell them as their adult brand. Like you have Sony that's still got the Spider-Verse, so just because Marvel bought the rights to Fox doesn't mean that it changes anything with the Spider-Man characters over at Sony. Sony's getting ready to make their rated R version of a Spider-Man universe. The Spider-Verse is going to be way more hardcore than if it were at Disney. So there'll still be a lot of that happening, but until they actually have an X-Men character pop up in a Marvel film, there's going to be a lot of confusion. So what'll probably happen is that at Comic-Con this next year, they'll do a big Marvel panel where Kevin Feige will talk about X-Men characters, so you get some more information, but maybe not right away. So just let me know what you guys think about this. There are potential pitfalls to this deal, but I think as long as Disney lets Fox be its own brand by itself, and then every once in a while cross the characters over, and then maybe like a Secret Wars movie down the road, I think from a comic book movie perspective, things will be fine. There's other business things that might arise, like the fact that Disney becomes a monopoly, but that's like a whole separate business thing. But what's going to happen later tonight is I'll post some new Star Wars The Last Jedi. Make sure you go see the film so that we can talk about everything. There's a lot of big twists that we need to talk about. There's a new round of that IMAX ticket giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on the video. Congratulations to the winner from my last video, Adam Manna. Please private message me so I can get your contact details. There'll be a new round when I post a new video later tonight. You can click here for my non-spoilery Star Wars The Last Jedi review, and you can click here to learn all about the new Spider-Man Venom movie Inside the Spider-Verse. Thank you so much for watching. Everybody stay awesome. I'll see you guys tonight.